Hello, my friends. Hello, Alani and Avery and Braxton and Callie and Samaya and Dawson and Emery and Emmett and Gracie and Gabby and Iris and Jackson and Joel and Lily and Kai and Odin and Raiden and Ryder and Tayson. I miss you guys so much. I wish we were in school right now, but because I cannot see you, I thought I would talk to you and I would read you a story. So today we're going to read Caps for Sale, and I hope you enjoy it.
Caps for Sale, a tale of a peddler, some monkeys, and their monkey business. Told and illustrated by Esphyr, Slobodkina. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler, carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had his own checkered cap, then a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, then a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight as to not upset his caps. As he went along he called, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" One morning he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up and down the street, and he walked down the street, calling, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody even wanted a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," he said, and he walked out of town, slowly, slowly, as to not upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "This is a nice place for a rest," thought he, and he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back little by little against the tree trunk as to not disturb the caps on his head. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were straight. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke up he was refreshed and rested. But before standing up he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checked cap. He looked to the right of him, no caps. He looked to the left of him, no caps. He looked in back of him, no caps. He looked behind the tree, no caps. Then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray or a brown or a blue or a red cap. Then the peddler looked at the monkeys, and the monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking a finger at them, "you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their finger back at him and said, "Zzz, zzz, zzz." This made the peddler angry, so he shook both his hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook both of their hands back at him and said, "Zzz, zzz, zzz." Now he felt quite angry, so he stamped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, "Zzz, zzz, zzz." By this time the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, At last he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap, threw it to the ground, and began to walk away. But then each monkey pulled off his cap, and all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First his own checked cap, then all the gray caps, then all the brown caps, then all the blue caps. Then the red caps came last on the very top. And slowly, slowly he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." The end.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that story, and now I have some questions to ask you. So after I ask a question, pause the video so you can tell your answer to mom or dad or sister or brother or whoever's watching it with you, so you can tell them your answer since I can't hear it right now. Okay, question 1. What is a peddler? Okay, question 2. What color were his caps on his head? Okay, question 3. How did he feel when he lost all of his caps? Question 4. How would you feel if you lost something? Question 5. Have you ever lost something before? Question 6. Okay, this is a fun one. How many hats are at your house? And can you wear them all at one time on your head? I want to see it. Take a picture and you can show it to me when we get back to school. Okay, see you next time. Bye.